again, guys, and welcome to the McCreadycast. I'm your host, Jeremy McCready, and today we're going to be talking about Ghost of Yotei. It's actually a really fun game. It's by Sucker Punch, and it's the sequel to Ghost Tsushima, which is a really fun game. Anyways, we're going to be talking about that, and then we're going to be talking about upcoming games coming out. We're going to be talking about older games, and we're going to have some music at the end. So anyways, welcome to the McCreadycast, guys, and let's talk about Ghost of Yotei. So Ghost of Yotei is the story of Atsu after her family is murdered by the Yotei Six. And anyways, it's kind of a revenge story because after her family is murdered, she, grows up and kind of becomes like this lone warrior, lone wolf. And, that's what her mother used to call her and her brother, twin wolves. Little wolves, I should say. Little wolves. And anyways, it's actually a really fun story. It's a great successor to Ghost Tsushima because Ghost Tsushima, I felt the story was better, but the story is really good in this though too. Like, even though, because in this, it's she's not a samurai like Jin is. In Ghost Tsushima, because Jin, I think in Ghost Tsushima, he ends up falling off a bridge at the beginning, I believe, after versing Kota and Khan, if I remember. But yeah, Jin's story was great, the gameplay was great, and I feel like the gameplay in this adds on to Ghost Tsushima, because the gameplay in this, they add stuff like different weapons, and then you can use them in different ways. Like, you can add I think the Way of the Flame is what it was called in Ghost Tsushima. It might be called that in this too. I can't remember, but you can light those weapons on fire, which is pretty badass. There's more details too, like when you cut grass or whatever, it slices most grass. Like, if you have let's say odachi, which the odachi is kind of like a long sword, kind of like Sephiroth's sword. And anyways, when she uses it, it cuts the grass, which is actually a pretty interesting detail. So but yeah, it's really an interesting story because it's she's not a samurai, she learns from these different masters throughout the game and just gets better and better as the story progresses at weaponry. So later in the game, she finds out that her brother survived, which she thought he was dead, but he actually survived. He was shot by, I think, the spider or the dragon. I don't remember which one, but he was left for dead. Atsu didn't know if he was alive or not. But a samurai found him and helped him get back to health after he was shot. And then so Atsu got separated from Jubei when they were kids, and they finally reunite, and Atsu finds out she has a niece too, which is interesting as well. But yeah, really good story, and of course they brought stuff back from the originals. And I want to show you guys a scene here. This is one of my favorite scenes in the game, cutscenes anyway. It's really you feel the tension between the two characters, like Lord Saito and Atsu. And this is when Lord Saito pretty much finds out that Atsu is alive, because at the beginning Lord Saito he pinned her against the tree with a katana blade, and she she doesn't, or he doesn't know that she's still alive. Because he burned the tree along, and he thought he burned her to death with the tree, but it's actually pretty badass, and it's a really cool scene. So, yeah, let's take a look, guys.
Credence to the rising superstitions that she is on your. I know. Superstitions become legends. We cannot allow hers to grow. Wait. Impossible. The swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
The same way I survived every battle. The thought of killing you.
Walk with me. Life has not been kind to you, has it, little wolf?
Don't call me that.
Tell me, when you were fighting all those battles, did you ever find a lord willing to name you samurai?
No, I didn't.
The shoguns Matsumai don't want warriors like you and me. They want dogs, men who can be trained, made loyal.
You're not different. Only instead of honor, you promise people freedom. To keep their swords, to become samurai. It's all bullshit to make them serve you.
Except the Matsumai would never give a woman a sword. The shogun would say, a wolf cannot be tamed. He may be right. But I'm still tempted to try. Let's see what you've learned, little wolf.
So yeah, she continues just to hunt down the members of the Yotei Six, including the Kitsune, which turns out to be her friend, which the original Kitsune was her friend. I can't remember her name exactly, but she becomes friends with her, and then she finds out that she was the original Kitsune Yotei Six member that went after her family. Along with Lord Saito and the rest of the Yotei Six. And then there's also, she hunts the Oni, which I believe the Oni killed their father. And it was Lord Saito himself that pretty much killed her mother, because her mother was hung, if I remember. And pretty much Lord Saito just kind of kicked the stool or whatever, like she was standing on. So anyways, yeah, it's a pretty crazy story, and it's fun though. It's like it's a fun adventure. It's a sad adventure though too, kind of like Ghost of Tsushima. There was a lot of like really sad scenes in Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yotei that I feel like they could have I don't know, like even made it sadder if they wanted to be honest. Because it was like, some of these scenes, I was just like, holy shit, this is fucking sad. Like, and I think there was scenes like that in some of the other games, a lot of other games like I've played too. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but yeah, it was a pretty sad. Well, I guess Final Fantasy that had some sad parts too. Final Fantasy, the whole thing wasn't sad though, but there was sad scenes. I remember playing Final Fantasy 7 remake and then Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Yeah, there's quite a few sad scenes in those, but anyways, yeah, back to Ghost of Yotei. So, yeah, really fun game. I would check it out. But yeah, let's talk about some of the upcoming games that are coming out, guys. So the first upcoming game I want to talk about is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, which that actually looks really cool. I can't wait to play that. It's bringing back the original story, I believe, and they're going to be having some new elements, I think, too. They're going to be changing the combat a little bit. I've seen. I don't think it's going to be full blown RPG though, because I think like a lot of fans maybe complained about that. Like they didn't want it changed from what, the original combat was like. So yeah, hopefully it is like the original combat like we saw. From what I've seen, the gameplay, it does look like the original combat, but we'll see if it, truly is or not, once the game releases, which I can't remember when the game releases. I'll have to look it up here. Let's see, Black Flag Resynced release date. Let's see. July 9th. Yeah, so July 9th, 2026. Yep, so this year, which is actually pretty cool that it's so close. Cuz I can't wait for that, cuz it does, like, I hope they don't change much, but I hope they change some stuff, like, because I heard that they're adding, I think, like extra dialogue and maybe some extra missions from what I heard, and you can also get a pet, which is actually pretty cool too, like a monkey or a cat, I believe, that you can have on board the Jackdaw ship, which is actually pretty badass. And then anyways, yeah, I can't remember what else they're going to add. Well, the graphics, of course, the graphics looked like phenomenal. Like Ubisoft did a good job. And I'm not like too big a fan of Ubisoft anymore because of all the stuff that they've pulled. But I mean, like, I hope that they do good with this game. And I think they will. Because they've said some really like controversial stuff. Like, that I'm like, I mean, yeah, just why even say that, but whatever. I mean, but anyways, yeah, hopefully they do good with this game. So the other upcoming game I want to talk about, guys, today is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, which comes out May 22nd, 2026, with early access on May 19th, 2026. And yeah, it actually looks like a really fun Lego game. It has like different combat though, from what I've been watching, similar to the Batman Arkham games. And I think they're supposed to have like over, I think, like 30 Batman suits, which is actually pretty impressive. I think including the Dark Knight suit, the Batman Arkham Asylum suit, the Arkham Knight suit, I think the city as well. I don't know about Arkham Origins though, possibly Arkham Origins, but we'll see when the game releases. But yeah, it looks like a really fun game. It looks funny. It honors the old Batman games and media and stuff like that. And yeah, I can't wait to play it. And yeah, it comes out, like I said, May 22nd, 2026. and early access May 19th, 2026. So yeah, guys, you should check it out. So first on the list of oldies but goodies is the OG Star Wars Battlefront by Pandemic, which I really miss those games, like Battlefront 1 and 2 both. And I really wish Pandemic would have been able to keep the rights, and Disney wouldn't have bought out Star Wars, because I really, really enjoyed those games as a kid growing up. And, they're amazing games. The combat was great. What I like too is that you could also switch between first and third person, which I believe you can do those in the Battlefront remakes as well, even though they're fun, but I feel like they're not as fun as the OG ones, because the OG ones are just classic, and the combat was solid. The who you could be, like, and the second one too, you could be heroes and villains. But the first one had maps that weren't in the second one, which I was kind of surprised about that, like Renvar and some of the Kashyyyk parts of the map. And then it has the classic sound that we all love and remember. Let's take a listen. But yeah, anyways, yeah, definitely love that sound. But yeah, it was a great game, and I think it released a year before Star Wars Battlefront 2, if I remember correctly, a year or two. So there wasn't much time in between Battlefront 1 and 2. But Battlefront 1 though, like that pretty much, like that was one of the best selling, I think, Star Wars games ever made, the original Battlefront. And then I think in 2 they added sprinting and then the heroes and villains. But I think the first one did have, the Clone Wars and the Galactic Empire and stuff, which I was surprised. I think in Star Wars Battlefront, the remake, they only had the Galactic Empire and Rebels, like the first game anyway. I don't think they didn't have the Clone Wars until Star Wars Battlefront 2, the remake, which was kind of weird. But because even the first Battlefront had both the Republic and Empire and stuff like that. So I found that kind of weird, but whatever. It's the new ones are decent, but the old ones will always, have a special place in my heart, because those I used to play with my brother all the time, and they were just amazing games, Battlefront 1 and 2 both, but Battlefront 1, yeah, that one's great. They're both great, but Battlefront 1, I wish they would have, like taken the maps at least, from 1 and put them in 2. But 1 was phenomenal. 2 was phenomenal, and I just miss those games. But the final game we're going to be talking about on Oldies But Goodies is Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead by, I believe it was Valve. Came out, I think, in the mid 2000s on the Xbox 360. And I can't remember. I think it might have made its way to PS3, or it was a 360 exclusive. I really don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But anyways, yeah, definitely a great game. It involves 4 survivors, Francis, Zoe, Bill, and Lewis, my favorite. And, this is why I love Lewis. You'll see in this video coming up.
Grab and peel. Ammo here. Grab and peel. Everybody stop. Peel's here.
Lewis is a funny, like, people have made fun of him for being like a pill addict or whatever, and I would always like have fun with my friends making fun of Lewis, and how he's like addicted to pills or whatever. But it's just funny in the game, and Lewis is just funny in general. He's my favorite, I think, survivor in Left 4 Dead. But anyways, really great game. The second one's great too. But I miss the OG cast, you know, which I think they had a crossover DLC called The Passing, if I remember, which had the Left 4 Dead 1 survivors meet the Left 4 Dead 2 survivors. But Bill was dead at that point, you know, because Bill, of course, I assume most of you played it. Bill dies, you know, at the end of 1. So then the 2 cast meets the first cast in Left 4 Dead 2, I think. Yeah, as a DLC. So, but really great game, and yeah, I really enjoy that game. Still to this day, you know, I still play it with my friends. And yeah, anyways, we're gonna be having some music coming up. So here's some Nefix and I believe Delta X music. So have a good night, guys.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see